The real story behind the DJI ban confusion. What's actually happening? Over the past few months, social media has exploded with panic, rumors, and misleading headlines about a supposed DJI ban in the United States. Comment sections are filled with people claiming DJI is already banned, that their drones will soon stop working, or that DJI products will be forced offline. But the truth is far less dramatic and far more complicated. Here's a clear and complete breakdown of what's really going on with the so-called DJI ban. First, let's get the most important fact out of the way. DJI is not banned in the United States. As of today, you can still buy DJI drones, cameras, gimbals, and microphones, and you can use them exactly as you always have. There have been no shutdowns, no restrictions, no forced deactivations, and no DJI product has suddenly stopped working. So where is all this fear coming from? It revolves around a real deadline built into the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, for 2025. According to this law, the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, must complete a full security review of DJI by December 23, 2025. The strange part is what happens if the agency doesn't finish the audit in time. An automatic ban is triggered. Not because DJI was proven unsafe, not because they failed the review, but simply because the review wasn't done. At this point, no U.S. agency has even started the audit, which is why many analysts and creators are raising concerns. The risk here is procedural. The ban could happen simply by default. But there is still a long timeline before anything becomes official. So why is the review required in the first place? Some lawmakers believe DJI products could pose national security risks, claiming they might transmit sensitive data back to China. But it's important to note that no public evidence has ever shown DJI drones secretly sending data. In fact, a leaked 2021 Pentagon report found no malicious code in DJI Government Edition drones. Over the years, DJI has also added a large number of security features, including local data mode, offline operation, AES 256 encrypted links, optional cloud syncing, enterprise-level data controls, and in 2024, the company even stopped automatic log syncing for US users. DJI has repeatedly stated that they welcome a transparent audit, as it would help clear up years of speculation and misinformation. If a ban ever becomes official, DJI would be added to the FCC covered list. This is a major problem because it would make it illegal to import or sell any new DJI product in the US, including drones, handheld cameras, microphones, and gimbals. We've already seen a preview of this scenario. The Mavic 4 Pro and Mini 5 Pro were launched globally but not in the US, likely in anticipation of political pressure. Even in the worst case, existing DJI devices would still remain legal. Your drone will not be bricked, grounded, or blocked. You'd still fly under normal FAA rules. However, long-term impacts might include slower firmware updates, missing app updates, and more difficulty getting spare parts. Some models could eventually run into FAA compliance issues if future rules require updates. This situation also has massive implications for emergency services. Nearly 90% of US police, fire, and rescue departments rely on DJI because alternatives cost 3 to 5 times more and often deliver worse performance. If DJI is banned, many departments would simply lose access to drones entirely. Industries like agriculture, construction, energy, filmmaking, and content creation, all heavily reliant on DJI, would face higher costs, lower performance, and fewer choices. For regular users, the advice is simple. Keep flying, keep your apps installed, and don't panic. iPhone users should avoid deleting their DJI apps, while Android users might want to save an offline APK as a backup. Commercial operators may want to consider a second drone as part of a risk management plan. Ultimately, the situation is driven more by geopolitics than proven wrongdoing. The US government wants to reduce reliance on Chinese technology, and lawmakers want to appear tough on national security. DJI isn't perfect, but the most extreme accusations still lack evidence. For now, everything works as normal, and your DJI gear is safe.
The DJI Pocket 4 has now officially appeared in the FCC database, confirming that DJI's next compact handheld camera is approved for release in the United States. The listing surfaced on November 26, 2025, and marks a major step toward the product's launch. FCC approval is a crucial requirement for any electronic device entering the US market, and without it, DJI would not be able to introduce new products. With the upcoming December 23, 2025 ban approaching, DJI's timing appears very deliberate and strategic. Over the past 2 to 3 months, DJI has accelerated its pace of product activity, releasing drones, action cameras, and now preparing to refresh the Pocket series. The FCC filing provides several confirmed details, including the FCC ID 2ANDR-OP04 and the model number OP-04, registered under SZDJI Osmo Technology Commerce Ltd. The documentation also notes that the device complies with FCC Part 15 rules for unintentional radiators, which is standard for cameras with wireless components. Typically, once a product appears in the FCC database, DJI has up to 180 days to make an official announcement. During this period, certain documents remain confidential, but once the confidentiality period ends, all internal and external test photos become public, often revealing the final design. Even before this, multiple clues suggest DJI is already deep into launch preparation. Leaked images, NDA forms, and on-site sightings have been appearing for weeks. One of the most notable leaks came from a Barcelona, China product commercial shoot, where the Pocket 4 was spotted being used. Additional sightings in China, particularly in the hands of early reviewers, further indicate that the product is already being tested outside DJI headquarters. Adding more fuel to the speculation, well-known YouTuber Photobraz suggested a December 18th launch date. His track record is strong. His prediction for the DJI Action 6 was nearly 99% accurate, so his claim carries significant weight. With all signs pointing in the same direction, it's clear that the DJI Pocket 4 is arriving sooner than most expected. The final piece of the puzzle now is the official reveal of the core specifications, which should be coming very soon.
A new round of confusion hit X after Xdrone Studio posted 2 images claiming to show the upcoming DJI Osmo Pocket 4. Their caption, written in Portuguese, read, "Muito estranho, os botões, o ecrã rotativo, depois ecrã nas costas?" Which translates to, "Very strange, the buttons, the rotating screen, then a screen on the back." The images suggested a completely redesigned Pocket device featuring a dual camera system inside a single glass enclosure, something no previous Pocket model has ever shown. What made things even more interesting is that this design is not entirely new. A well-known leaker had previously shared a similar concept, also showing a dual camera setup. However, Xdrone Studio's post quickly ignited debate because it appeared to combine unusual button placements, a twistable display, and a second screen on the rear side, features that many found suspicious. The post originated from @D2Help, who openly expressed uncertainty. Despite clearly questioning the authenticity of the images and even suggesting they might be AI-generated, that final line was ignored by most viewers. Within minutes, the photos spread across X through multiple accounts, shared repeatedly without context. As the images gained momentum, users began requesting verification, and eventually the same pictures circled back to us through subscribers seeking confirmation. At this point, nothing is officially verified, and the possibility of an AI-generated hoax remains strong. But the viral reaction shows just how much excitement surrounds the upcoming DJI Pocket 4. One of the biggest upgrades appears to be the sensor. The Pocket 4 is rumored to feature a much larger 1-inch imaging sensor, a significant step up from previous generations. Interestingly, reports suggest this sensor might be a tubed implementation, meaning it could be slightly cropped in order to fit inside the compact camera body. DJI has recently been moving towards square format sensors in other products, such as the Osmo Action 6 and Osmo 360, and the Pocket 4 may follow that same direction. If DJI does implement something like a 13.2mm by 13.2mm square sensor, it could unlock new possibilities, especially for vertical video. A square sensor would allow creators to shoot true 4K vertical content without losing detail or resolution, unlike the Pocket 3, which drops vertical resolution to 3K because of its traditional rectangular sensor. With the explosive growth of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, this would be a major advantage, allowing creators to shoot in vertical format with no compromises. Video recording performance is also expected to see a massive jump. The Pocket 4 is rumored to support 6K recording at up to 30 frames per second. While not everyone will deliver content in 6K, the extra resolution will give editors more flexibility in cropping, reframing, or stabilizing their footage without degrading quality. For high-speed shooting, 4K at 120 frames per second is reportedly on the table as well, giving filmmakers and creators the ability to capture buttery smooth slow-motion footage directly in camera. If accurate, these upgrades would make the Pocket 4 competitive again in a market full of high-end action cameras and mirrorless systems that now offer similar frame rates and resolutions. Exposure and lens control may also see meaningful improvements. Some leaks suggest the camera could come with a variable aperture ranging from f/2.0 to f/4.0, allowing users to adjust exposure and depth of field more freely. However, other leaks claim that instead of a variable aperture, DJI may stick with a built-in 5-stop ND filter system. The current Pocket 3 already benefits from built-in ND filtration, and extending that capability could maintain optimal exposure in bright outdoor environments without forcing creators to carry additional accessories. The upgraded specs suggest a likely price range of around $500 to $600, making it more expensive, but still competitively priced for a compact camera offering this level of capability. If these rumors turn out to be accurate, the DJI Pocket 4 could be a refined and highly impactful evolution of the series, with better resolution, stronger stabilization, improved sensor performance, and features that directly appeal to modern content creators.